Hi everyone, it's Rachel with Rachel's Super Cute Creations. I hope everybody's having a great night tonight. Um, we're going to play around with some scraps. And we're looking at using some strip scraps. So what you're going to need for this project is a pair of scissors, a paper cutter, some 2-inch, 2.5, and 3-inch strips of paper. You're also going to need some muslin or some fabric, which I'm going to grab here out of my little scrap dish here. And what we're going to do is we're going to build some tags that flip over the page that are reversible. But my thought is in making them into more bookmarks. Hi, Mitzi, how are you? Welcome, welcome. So basically, this is 3 book pages glued together. Hi, Rachel Hunter, how are you? Welcome. And so I've cut these at different sizes, and I want them to be a tag shape. So I do go ahead and cut them, oops, in a tag shape, and I cut them together. So this one is 3 inches wide. These are 2.5. I also grabbed some just scrap cardstock that I had. And then this is from Calico Collage. It was one of the digital pieces that I had left. And I thought, oh, wouldn't that be beautiful to make one as well? So, oh, I'm glad it's your first time watching, Rachel. Hey, I love your name. It's the same as mine. It's spelled the same way. So welcome, welcome. So, so I just have some strips. And for this first one, we're going to kind of set this one to the side for a minute. And I already sewed around the edges, but we're going to sew around some more. So the inspiration, I got the inspiration from Wendy's Journal Adventures. So if you don't follow her, it's Wendy's Journal Adventures. You may want to follow her. And what you're going to do is, first of all, I make sure that my book pages and the words are going the same way. Just going to move those over. And then what you want to do is you want a strip of muslin. I use about 1/4 inch. You can use a little bit more if you want. In fact, I might go 1/2 inch. I'm going to go just a little bit wider than what I just ripped. Just because I want to make sure that I have plenty of room. Okay. So the next thing you're going to do. Hi, Laura. Hi, Erica. Thanks for joining. Hi, Emma. Awesome. You guys, this is kind of impromptu. I had such a great time with you guys last night that I decided, and I had a lot of great feedback. So I appreciate all of you that watched. I had a lot of great feedback that people liked the sort of ideas, and I'm thinking, you know, we're getting close to Christmas, and this would be another gift idea for someone who loves to read. Because I'm thinking, yes, these could be used in our junk journals, but in my mind, I'm really thinking these would be great bookmarks. And I have a friend who loves to read just as much as I do. So this is what I'm kind of making for her. So if you don't mind, I am going to turn my music on. I should have done that before we started. Alexa, would you play Christmas music, please? So now what I'm doing is I'm just putting a little tiny bit of glue on. Alexa, volume down, please. I don't know why I say please and thank you when I'm talking to Alexa, but I do. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to glue this one on, but you want to leave a little bit of a gap. because this is how it's going to fold over. So I'm leaving about a 1/16 of an inch gap. Okay. So I'm going to just hold it up here so you can see. So I'm leaving that little bit of a gap. Okay. And then I do want to cover this part too. And that just helps reinforce it. So just going to rip that little piece of fabric and it fits. So I'm just going to go ahead and, oh, my glue is gobbing up already. I am using Fabri-Tac just because I trust the strength of this glue and I feel like this is going to be something that's going to be used quite a bit. Hi, Karen. How are you? Oh, Rachel, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one that says please and thank you to your Alexa. Okay. So now we have something that looks like this, okay? And what we've just done is we've basically made it so it can fold either way. Just want to make sure this is down. It's not down all the way right here, so let me just put a little bit of glue there. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now that we've done this, I have some pieces of beautiful paper from Autumn Ride, which is Calico Collage. It's a printable, and Norella makes these, and I have these little embellishment pieces, and so I thought I would go ahead and use them. And the first thing I want to do is I'm going to grab one of these papers, just because I think these are so beautiful. And I'm going to use some of these images on my bookmark, okay? So you could use anything you wanted. You could use scrapbook paper. You could use ephemera. You could do a collage. And what I want to do is I want to kind of leave my stitching the way it is. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to cut, I think this is 2.5 inches if I remember correctly. Yep, it's 2.5 inches. So I'm going to cut this 2 1/4. And then I'm going to shave off just a smidge so it'll fit on the inside of that stitching. And you don't have to do this. I want to use some of her beautiful paper, and look, it'll fit right inside that stitching. So I'm going to actually take it like that. Oh, Robin, I'm glad you're back. So glad you loved last night. Well, we're at it again. Here's some more gift ideas or some more crafty ideas. Okay. So I didn't think about this first. So let me just think for a minute here. So what I'm doing is I'm lining this up. I don't know if it's going to work, guys. I'm going to just trim and see if I trim it right here, if it's going to fit down here. Pretty close. Okay. So I can go ahead and I can put this in like this. And I'm just kind of eyeballing this. So we're going to cut. And we're going to add this beautiful piece. Isn't that gorgeous for a bookmark, you guys? Oh, love that. If you guys have not shopped with Norella at Calico Collage, you really need to check her out. She has some amazing stuff out there. And her images are just gorgeous. So if you're into digital kits and you haven't checked her out, I love her Christmas stuff. In fact, I haven't bought any of her new Christmas stuff yet. I'm going to. but I do have some of her Christmas stuff from last year. Okay, so I'm just putting this in here. And there is my first piece. Oh my gosh. Hi, Carrie. I haven't talked to you in ages. Hi, Barbara. So glad you were able to join tonight, Carrie. All right. So here's the front. So we'll flip it over. I'm going to continue to use some of the paper. Just get in here and see what I can find here. So the images are kind of big, so I have to be careful about which pieces I use. I really like this butterfly, so I'm going to see if I can get this butterfly in. Oh yeah, I think I can. All right. So we're getting there. And I could have measured it a little bit better, but I'm trying to kind of center this butterfly as best as I can. So as I said, this is not a precise tutorial today. We're just kind of playing around with scraps. Oh, I'm going to shave just a smidge off this side. How do you like that for some precise cutting? A smidge. Boy, it's still not quite small enough. I think it keeps growing every time I put it in there. Now I'll cut it and it'll be too small. All right, let's see. All right. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this up here. I'm going to take off a little bit of this top. We can get it fit in there. Okay, and I'm going to take just a smidge off the bottom. Sorry for all this little fussy cutting. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use another piece of paper to glue on. Oops, did that last time and I didn't want to do that. Caught the edge of the paper and got all kinds of glue gob on there. All right. Okay, so what we have so far, let me get my bone folder here. Okay, so what we have, I just want to show you if I had a book. So here's my book. And so here is my bookmark or my pocket or for my journal. Here's the back side, a place for me to keep notes. Okay, now we're going to go in and I want this to be reversible. So I want it to be, if I want my images to go this way. So we're now going to cover this side. And because my idea is to put some quotes and things, and we're going to do a little bit of stamping, all I'm going to put right here is a pocket. Yeah, printing gets really expensive, and I'll be honest with you, printing is very, very, very expensive. This is one of the little journaling cards that comes with the kit, and I wanted to be able to slide it in and out. So we're going to do a little pocket. Just going to trim it just a little bit because I want it to fit. I want it to not hang over the edge. So, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find an image, something that's already on here that will fit. Like maybe, what do you think? This yellow rose, you guys? Although I don't know if I want a flower and a flower. We could just put something that's kind of plain there. Let me keep looking and seeing what I have here. And I kind of like this. There's this little bingo card that comes with this. Yes, so the ones that we just did, Mitzi, these were just regular copy paper. I print on 24-pound copy paper. So it's a little bit heavier than your regular copy paper. So I do that, and then I print all of my, what I consider ephemera, which would be like these little cards. I do print these on cardstock. Sometimes I print them on, sometimes I will print those on paper, though. It's a little bit too big. I don't like that. All right, let me keep looking, guys. Sorry. Bear with me for a second. Let's see. What do I have? What do I have? What do I have? What do I have? I do have this music paper too, which I could use. We'll find something here. I have such a mess on my desk. Oh, and I have to show you this little beauty that I'm making out of this kit too. It's a little ephemera holder. Thought you ladies might like those too. Okay, so I have this, and then I had a little strip somewhere of some more of these little papers. What did I do with it on my desk? Set it somewhere, I'm sure. Goodness. Sorry, guys. My nose is kind of, oops, wanting to do its own thing here. All right. So, oops, I need to cut this little white strip off. What do we have going on here? What do you mean by text paper? Oh, yep, book page. Yep. Thanks, Erica, for helping me out. Okay. All right. So I want to go up about, I'm going to do about 3 inches. Let's look at, oops. Well, it's going to be a little less than 3 inches because I didn't get it very straight. Oh, come on. We'll do 2 3/4. All right. So here is going to be my little pocket. And I think what I want to do, sorry for the noise, guys. I'm going to grab my little corner rounder. And a corner round, excuse me, the top two. Just want to kind of look at that and see. Okay, so here's where my little pocket is going to be. And did I do that the wrong way? Hang on, guys. Yep, I sure did. Oh, okay. Let me make sure I have this going. Okay, so this has to go to the left. So let's try this again. Sorry. Okay. Yep, so the flowers go on the left. So we're going to punch this again. So is anybody else working on anything tonight, or are you all just watching me? All right, there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attach this little pocket. Just watching me, huh, Erica? I know you're getting all those projects done we talked about. Hoping to inspire some of you to get some of those projects done out of your work in progress. I call them my WIPs. So those are my work in progress. I'm so silly. Come on. Trying to help you out, girl. All right. So this is one of the little cards that came with the kit. And I want to use it because I just love the little images on it. But I need it to be able to fit in this pocket without problem. Okay. So we're going to put this in here once it dries. I don't want to do it yet. Okay. So I want to show you again. So here's the front. Here's the back. If I flip it over and I want to use this side, this is going to be the front. Now we have to flip it over and we have to do something over here. And for this piece, I want to just use this. There's this grid paper. I know it's hard to see. It's kind of a vintage grid paper, and I want to use that because I think it would be great for keeping notes or quotes. So I'm going to go ahead and use the middle of this. So just because you buy a kit doesn't mean that you can't use the paper up for other things. I mean, I sometimes make ephemera and completely convert my digital kit. It's not any different than having scrapbook paper. So you don't always have to make a journal out of it. Okay. So I'm going to just go ahead and give this a snip across here. And now I'm going to take it to my cutter. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there, guys. Sorry if I'm boring you. I hope not. This is a little bit fussy. Just eyeballing my edges here. Okay, and we're going to fit this piece in here. I do need to trim this just a smidge more. Okay. Who else is in the house tonight? You guys are real quiet. You cut it apart? Yeah, I like to cut apart my, sometimes I just make ephemera. Making ephemera is really one of my favorite things to do. For those of you who've been watching my channel for a while, I love to make ephemera. I love to teach you guys how to make ephemera. I don't know. I almost want to say I like it more than making journals, but I don't know. I do like to make my ephemera though. And ephemera gets to be so expensive. And when you make your own, it's different than everybody else's. So you're not, okay. It's not the same as everybody else's. And I like that because I like my ephemera to be different. Oh, come on. Yeah, this is going to have to be trimmed just a little bit more. Just because I want it to slide in and out easily. There we go. Excuse me. Okay, so here's what we have. So let me show you again. Let me get my book. Where did I put that little book? Okay. So here it is. So I'm going to put my bookmark or my little tag, flip up tag here. If I flip it over, I have a space to write, or I can flip it this way, use it the same way, and I now have this cute little pocket, and then I have another space to write. Bye, Erica. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, please give me a thumbs up if you're in here. Catch the replay later. Thank you for coming. So this is just another quick little way to, and I'm just going to round these. There. And so you have this cute little flip up. Now, here's what my thought was. I have all of this coffee dyed paper. So, just got to trim a little bit of this here. I want it to be able to fit in here. All my preciseness. All right. Okay, so here's my thought. I have these little alphabet stamps. So oh, and if anybody's wondering where I got these, I bought these on Amazon. They're alphabet, number, and symbol stamp set. They were cheap. They were like 12 bucks or something. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I am going to stamp the word quotes on here. Because one of the things that I love to do as a reader is I love to write quotes from the book. So I know it's hard to see because I did it in brown, but I have the word quotes on there. And then my thought was I could just take a simple staple the top, and I now have this little pad that can go in here. And I think that's really cute. So I could just pull this out if I wanted to write some quotes from my book, and I could add it right there and keep it right in here. So if I wanted to make a bookmark for someone special who loves to read, I could do that. And we could stamp something on here on the front if we wanted to, or we could add some words. We could add all kinds of things. Let me see what I have in here. Might have something we can. Oh, you know what I do have? I think I have some of the Tim Holtz words here somewhere. Let's see here. One of these crazy bins of scraps. I know I have some Tim Holtz stickers. Now, if I can just figure out what I did. Yeah, bookmarks are good to have, and they're just fun. They're easy. Something that's flat, you can send those as a gift. I love to read too because it's a very cheap hobby. And it's just relaxing to me. So I definitely do a lot of reading. You could do some collage work on here if you wanted to. Oh, Rachel, what did you do with those stickers? I just saw them the other day. So I know I have them. These are all book pages. I have, my office is such a mess right now, you guys. It's horrible, 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 horrible. This weekend at some point, I'm going to get this mess cleaned up. All right. I don't know right offhand what I did with them. So that's okay. Let's just use, some of these little tidbits that I have from the kit. Yeah, these are great. I mean, you could ship this very reasonably, and wouldn't that be cute? And I would put it in a little plastic sleeve for someone. And so it looks fancy, and you don't have a lot of money into it, but it looks nice, and what a great little gift. And you could add some lace on it if you wanted to. I mean, you could really fancy it up. Just going to cut a couple of her little domino squares out of here that came in this kit. And you could ink up the edges. I just chose not to ink this up. So like I could take this, and I feel like this needs just a little bit more. So I could add that. I think that looks really cute right there. So I'm going to add this. And you could make it a tuck spot. Like if I was going to put this in a junk journal, I might want to make that a tuck spot. But for this, I just want to give it a little more dimension. And I think that's really cute on that grid paper. And you can still have plenty of room to write around it. Now at least everything has something. I'm really bummed because I cut these little strips just before I went on camera. And of course, now I can't find them. Oh, why? Because my desk is a mess. Losing my mind, guys. Losing my mind. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm sure as soon as I get off camera. Oh, I think I found them. Hang on one second. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay. So here are some more little pieces. This one has a little bicycle. So I was thinking about adding the bicycle right here. And then she has these cute little cards that are like little vocabulary cards. So my thought was, let's see if this will work. So my thought was I could tuck this in like this. Wouldn't that be cute? So I'm just putting a little bit of glue around the 3 edges to make a tiny little pocket. And we're going to tuck in that little vocabulary card. There we go. So this is a very cute little bookmark that could go just about anywhere in your journals. I feel like it needs something right here. Maybe just a little piece of just a little bit of this. Just going to add just a little bit of fabric right there. And I'm just wrinkling it a little bit just to give it some dimension and leaving that there. And I kept fairly neutral with this base. And there we go. We have this cute little bookmark. And if I was going to package it up, show you guys how I would do it. Just because a lot of you are always asking me how I package things and what I do. So give me just 1 second here to find my packaging supplies. Well, guess I'll have to use this. So I would use a little narrower, and I do have some narrow ones, but I don't know where they are right now. But you could package this just like this. Oh, come on, Rachel. You're like fumble fingers tonight. There we go. Like this and like this. And doesn't that look nice all packaged up? It looks professional. It looks like it's an actual gift, like you got it somewhere in a store. And it didn't cost a lot. These little clear bags are really cheap. All right, Rachel. I'm so glad you had an opportunity to check this out. But these would be really fun. So think about making these, make some Christmas gifts. I do have a YouTube channel called Super Cute Creations. So I would love to see what you guys are making. Before I get off, I do want to show you something else that I made out of the same kit. I don't remember, Carrie, maybe you can help me. A while back, someone posted one of these, and I cannot remember who it was. They had a template and to make this. Well, I'm going to show you what happens. So I used the template, and this is what I came up with, an absolute mess. So I was like, okay, Rachel, you just have to. So you guys, sometimes I'm not good at directions, and I just have to do things on my own. So I loved this paper from Calico Collage and her autumn ride, I think it's called. Is that what I said it was called? I can't remember. And so I decided, yeah, Autumn Ride. I decided, okay, Rachel, you can do this. You just have to make it your own way. So this is what I came up with. I have about a 1-inch spine in which I left this nice so that you could label it down the end. Here's the front cover. You open it up and you have a gusseted pocket. Look at how much this can hold, how much ephemera that can hold. This one, I've already put some little cards in here that I've made from the same collection. Some little journaling cards, but this opens up and it has a nice gusseted pocket as well that opens up that you can get quite a few in. So I had 4 cards. Aren't these cute? And all I did is take her paper and I just made little cards. I thought these would be fun to slip into journals or to slip into, you know, or just use as cards. And I thought, oh, aren't those adorable? Okay, Wendy, hi, is that an acetate bag? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's actually a cellophane bag. But these are so cute. And then I decided I had a heck of a time with the closure. And I don't know, maybe it was just my fumble fingers, but I decided to make my circles 1-inch circles, and that worked so much better for me. So these are really cute and these are fun. So maybe I'll make one of these on camera one day. I'm going to tell you that my gusseted pockets are not the same as the tutorial. I actually, just as I said before, sometimes I have to do my own thing, and that's what happened. So I'm getting ready to send this off. I was actually packaging it all up to send off today, but I wanted to show everybody what I've been doing and some of the projects that I'm making out of her kit. So I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. I hope you like this little flip up tag. I think it's fun. I think it would be great for you to make some little gifts for all your little reading friends. You know, put some little papers in there so that they can write quotes or take notes in there. You could just as easily type the word notes or quotes if you don't have these stamps. But these are so fun, and it would be a great gift to just sneak into something. Oh, thank you, Barbara. All right. Well, have a great evening, everyone. Have a wonderful week. I will definitely be back on next Sunday for sure. And so if you have not clicked the little bell, I don't know if it's above or below, but if you haven't clicked it, please do so that you can get notified when I go on. And I appreciate everybody. Have a wonderful night, and bye, everyone.